showing myself through this adversity that I'm giving to myself to learn from, or experiencing adversity. Just showing myself. I always have all parts of myself left in a certain sense.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, for myself, I'm not a suppressor of myself, you know. So if I ever feel like in order to be myself, I have to not be myself, it doesn't make any sense, obviously. But I won't lessen myself for any amount of gold, you know. It doesn't matter what you could give me. There's no desire I have greater than being myself and being honest and being in integrity, being in authenticity with me, being who I am actually. Of course, it's good for me to find out who that is, you know, so I'm not being all the different characters of myself, of course. But I don't know. I mean, it would feel strange, you know, being around people that I knew didn't like me, actually, and I would have to hide around them. I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't be around them.
No. Why would I do that? That would be like poisoning myself. Why would you do that? You wouldn't poison yourself, would you? I'm around situations that are for me. And there's no desire that I have that would stop me from doing that anymore. Back in the
Perhaps
day, I desired
to be in
things.
situations that are not for me.
I don't know. Well, I desired a house.
Maybe
I
I think
desired
that's
clothing.
for me.
I desired money. I desired status. I desired friends. I desired a girlfriend. I desired so many different things. The way people viewed me, I desired to be viewed a certain way. I desired so many things. And so it stopped me from being able to see who I was actually, who doesn't need those things. That will not relinquish itself in its freedom for finite things, for things of finite nature, for no pleasure, for no pain, you know.
Maybe I'm trying to show myself that the universe and other human beings welcome this part of me. And trying to show myself that the beliefs I have that that's not true or not true.
People might not all welcome you, but it doesn't matter. If you're not doing whatever you're doing against anything, you're safe in what you're doing. If you're doing against something, then you don't have to be strong enough to fight it. If you're not going to do it against it, then you can be whoever you are. You'll be safe. It's only when we go against we create reverberation. Nobody ever notices the against energy and the weaker person that got beaten. But there's an against happening, otherwise it's impossible. Reverberation cannot happen without the left going into the right. That can only happen if the other thing happened first. Otherwise, center is always where it remains. And that's something we were talking about earlier, prime positioning, you know, being in front of something. And so it's really just about being in front. It's just whoever is in front in these motions. There's a way that I could explain that would have made sense, you know. But, so safe, you know. You stay direct with something, nothing's strong that way. You just bring it always here. Authenticity. I would not be, you know, putting myself in those situations. But you see, I don't work. But all these works, all these jobs, all these things are slaveries.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing. I just saw it on here. Just want to say what's up. Am I interrupting your video?
No, part of the video, no.
Okay. How are you doing? How you been?
Doing good. Good to see you again.
That's the truth. All right, we don't have to go in. You need weeds? Yes, no, you got weeds.
No, we don't need anything.
Have a good one.
Next one. The guy who come by. More energy moving. So transmutation. Hard energy today. That guy.
Do you like to sing? Do you like to sing?
I'm sorry. I thought maybe you're looking past me or something. Do I like to sing? I do. I love to sing. I'm not super confident in it, but I do. I love to sing.
You see that?
You can see that?
I felt like it.
Thank you. Validating. It's validating. Thank you.
Now your voice is beautiful.
It's okay.
I'd love to hear it sometime.
Yeah, I hope that I become confident enough to sing in front of everyone sometime.
Yeah, did you sing a video the other day?
I started to, but then I got saved by Rob.
Oh, that's right. So lucky. Aren't you? I'm going to make you sing. She sings. Great singer. Oh. Yeah, very nice. All kinds of things, you know. How do you help somebody, you know, with their life, you know, find their flow? All of these different things and the stories and troubles and sufferings and what's happening with this, what's happening with that. I don't know. We just be ourselves. It'd be really easy, but we have to know ourselves. And so we'd have to take interest in wanting to know ourselves, you know. Just be the false self all day. Have troubles. I mean, the entirety of the universe is taking care of us already, you know. We come into that awareness. If it's not taking care of us, that's the way it's taking care of us, you know.
It's not taking care of us, what?
And that's the way it's taking care of us. We don't need to be taken care of. It's not going to enable us to continue looping our pattern, rewarding us for misdeeds or something, you know. Well, yeah. People worry about all kinds of things when it comes to everyone else. Only judgments that can affect us in this world are the judgments that we have of ourselves.
Otherwise, it just passed by and you're like, what?
No.
That was weird.
It's nothing. Don't even never have to know. Never have to be moved in that way, you know. So, if we're having trouble being ourselves, I don't know. Is it ourselves? I would even wonder. Do we even know ourselves to know which ourself we're not being? I don't know. How could we not be ourselves? Here we are, existing as pure consciousness.
Ryan, do you know you've heard of human design, I'm sure.
Yep.
You know your designers do care at all?
I'm a manifesting generator.
Okay.
Yeah, supposedly Ray may be too. You sure? You're positive? You checked it out?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes, Ray as well. You?
I'm a projector.
Just the way you say it.
Whatever that means.
You project, bro?
No, it means other people project.
We're the projectors, bro?
Yeah, and then I receive it, I absorb all this information, and then I focus it.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't fucking know, bro.
Ah!
I'm a special kind of projector called a mental projector,
Oh.
which means I don't have an inner authority, which means I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't know what that means
It's
either.
really hard for me to make decisions.
No inner authority. There's no authority inside
It
of
means
here.
I have to make up my own.
No government, baby. Oh, cool. We'll help you out with a good template, man. Show you one that rests in equanimity always, you know.
Practice means I'm confused a lot.
Huh?
Practice it feels like it means I'm confused a lot.
Ah. Perfect. Is that true? Oh, that's good.
Why
Got-
is it good to be confused?
Congratulations.
Why is it
Well,
good
I
to be
mean, you could be solid on an ignorance. That would be shitty. At least you're like, I mean, you're still, I mean, you're able to be loosely enough able to find solid ground eventually. You might find that the lucidity that you're in or the crazy formlessness that you're in is actually the most solid ground there ever was. And you come to rest and reside in acceptance of that shit. Like, boom, baby. But,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, that's cool stuff. So it really just depends on where we're trying to go, you know? I mean, if we're trying to succeed
I'm not
ourselves in
trying
the
to go
world,
anywhere,
we're
that's
going to
the
have to,
thing.
like, work hard, bro.
I'm not trying to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand. I just want to know what's not connected. I want connecting.
No heart.
Heart's not connecting.
Of course, bro.
My heart's not connecting.
It's not connecting me.
What's wrong with my heart?
I don't know, bro. It's not clicked on or something. You gotta wake it up.
You gotta wake it up, turn it on.
You gotta wake it up. Yeah.
Where's the button?
Good
Penis?
morning. Good morning. It might be in your penis. It really might be in his penis. This is true. It might be. You might have a blockage that the expression of your cock in its full glory will clear. You have no idea.
Could be. Maybe it's my butthole.
Maybe it's your butthole.
Maybe I need somebody else's penis.
Maybe you need somebody else's penis deep within your butthole. And maybe a 3-inch penis isn't going to do it. Maybe you need an 8 to 12-inch girther. Who knows for sure?
Maybe I need somebody's fist.
You might need a fist. Somebody's head. I've seen.
Oh man, my hips would have trouble with that.
Hey, we gauge you out, baby. You start with the fist, or smaller.
I think you start with the
Depends on the fist. So I'm talking about midget fist. No, I'm just kidding. Dwarf fist for all those people that would be pissed off at me. So yeah, nobody could say. Though as I sift through the information available to us, I understand that you have a high open crown chakra understanding or higher chakra understandings within the realm of your consciousness from previous experience. And so, as it turns out, that probably is the place that would balance you in your heart.
something up my butt.
Yeah, something, well, maybe your butt or your penis or the whole
Sacral area.
something S unit. Ah, the whole root chakra system down there, system unit. The whole system. Yeah, right.
I feel like my roots are pretty strong at this point. Where's my abdomen?
Ah,
Pelvic bowl.
pelvic bowl. Where's the pelvic bowl?
Pelvic bowl? That's like everything your pelvis is supporting. It's like not the genitals, asshole, lips,
Okay.
all the important parts of your body.
Yeah, the whole system. Yeah. Have
Some
some
ways
trouble
the-
doing that, you know. You have to accept all of yourself.
In some ways, the pelvic bowl is the feminine. It's the bowl that lifts the water.
Woo!
And the spine is like the masculine. Holds everything upright. It's your back. And then the head, silly little head, is the child part. And then the heart holds it all together.
Cool. So, you're having trouble express yourself as yourself. You're on the earth plane. You're having trouble then finding a job because there's assholes out there that won't accept you as you in all your glory. Maybe. If that's who you are. Who knows for sure. We're all confused about it. But we can come deep into our root. It'd be important for us. Come deep into our root. You know, who we are here on the earth plane. Our feminine, yeah. You know, who we are. But how do you do that, unless you know yourself? How are you going to come the combination of your two souls into your one soul? How are you going to be able to see everybody as one, And, you keep getting tripped up until that point of wishing to look further, that's why. Because you're not looking all the way further, But there's a place you can go where you see very clear. No more confusion lies there. And that place is a place where you go only if you go all the way deep, all the way dedicated to yourself fully. All things entirely. Knowing what that is. No more separation. Otherwise, you always exist within the fight, within the battle, within reverberation. The attack and defense, always having to fight and strive to survive. You become for the benefit of all beings become for the benefit of all you. But this is something that's already constantly occurring. So you do come into awareness and realization of where you already are. And plenty of teachings show you the chord shape to match in order to do this. To match this frequency or this description of frequency is to match the very center frequency, which holds the understanding and the embodiment of full realization, the knowledge of all that is. And so to embody that frequency is the only way then to have clear view. If you lie anywhere outside of the very center, you can never have clear view. Only when you experience it directly can you have the view given you. And the only reason why you got given the view is because you stood there where the view is. You were the view. You saw the view, you are the view. And so then you go, oh, what is this? Oh, everything completely equal. Oh, but before this, you can never find this out. And so, and Buddhism and many teachings and every teaching is the only way to bring settling to their frequency is through understanding this realization. If you're not seeking this constantly throughout your life, that's why you're constantly confused by the dissonance that's happening. You can eventually reach realization, which is just going within yourself, finding understanding within yourself, as you've done many times. You can go deeper. And it just depends on your level of dedication, your level of ability to go deep. How long will you go deep? Will you go deep for eternity, or just for a couple moments, and just for this purpose? But once that purpose is fulfilled and put up to the law of impermanence, does that mean that your glimpse is also changed, or are you able to hold this? What's happening? And anything that stays with you for a long duration is something you've been able to dedicate yourself to for a long duration. If it ever falls away from you, then you fell away from it. You fell away in your awareness, your attention, your dedication, your vow to it, whatever it is. But any time that you come back to it, it can be brought back up through the dormant. So it's not like anything is ever really lost. It just depends on where our focus has been. We focus on the world, we get all confused. We come back to ourselves, we get clear. We go back to the world, we get confused. We come back to ourselves, we get clear. It's like, you just stay with yourself, maybe. Oh, but yeah, my coat's so good. Thank you. Yeah, if you puffed it like this, you could do it. I wasn't doing that this whole time because I was relaxing. So there's a key. To becoming free from the cause of all suffering, our desire and our attachment, not being able to see what this is actually, The attachment to ourself, our story. We think it's items, material items in the world. But no, it's us. It's the way we define our reality. We're attached to that. It gives us safety and security, the structure of it. But it's a much more loose structure. But it's also a much more firm structure in that looseness, so we'd have to be able to loosen ourselves in a way that we would be able to see this. Bring ourselves to subtlety, relaxation, where we die, And that is simply just our line. We have no more motivation, no motion, no anything. This is an utter relaxing. You have nothing. There will be nowhere to go. You will not do anything. You will not say hello. You will not move again. Nothing. This is utter relaxing. You have no motivation for the future in any way. all of your past has died with you in that moment as well.
That's where I feel like I am, and I just except that I feel agitated about the fact that I'm not experiencing any, like desire for motion,
Well,
and that why that agitates me, I don't know.
yeah, do you think that you have to desire emotion? Do you feel like a lazy slob or something?
Not so much lazy as I feel like I should be doing things.
Oh, well, should is a funny word, isn't it? You do whatever you want. But do this, you could do. Should you do it? I don't know. I mean, if you don't do it, then you haven't done it. It's perfect. It's just really about what you want at that point, you know. And if you're bored, I mean, what would make you not bored?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, you can find a hobby, find some friends you like, choose to learn something or whatever. If you find something that you can do that requires nothing else but yourself to do, then you'll be forever sustained. But if you're always sustained by the need for another or anything of that nature, or the need for an item or anything to give you pleasure in some way, then you may not always be so sustained. But you can find peace deeply right here, rooted, that you are all that you need. You know, then no problem, you know. And then if you are bored, you know, maybe you could just go somewhere, like, you know, go to a dance, or go skydiving, or do the thing that you like to do more than anything in the world, whatever that is. If there is something like that. Maybe it's sleeping, and you can be like, wow, look at me, I'm going on a roller coaster ride of bedtime. Oh, yes. Like, just like with somebody going to a roller coaster, they're all excited. Oh, it's going to be so good. You're like, oh, I'm going to bed right now. This is the greatest day. You're like, what? Yeah, I'm a professional sleeper. I sleep 20 hours a day. I wake up for 4 hours, 1 to shit, 2 to pee, and 1 to eat something. And I go back to bed. It's very beautiful. I eat chocolate mousse before I go to bed every night. It's awesome. I have the craziest dreams. It's the best time ever. Fuck this world. You know, I'm a professional dreamer. That was me eating the chocolate mousse. I had chocolate mousse one time and I went into a double lucid dream. It was the coolest thing ever.
How is it double?
I went lucid and then I went lucid again within the lucid dream. It was pretty cool. And then when I dropped back down to the other one, I was able to bring myself back into the other one again through focus. It's really cool. I mean, I don't know if it had to do with the chocolate mousse, but I definitely ate chocolate mousse just before bed that day. Very beautiful. From Mana Foods, vegan chocolate mousse, actually. Yep. There you go. Call me a good person. I love you. I have to pee. See you in a second. See you guys soon. Yeah, I find it plenty potent, the now moment, you know. Maybe you haven't found yourself open to your expression, you know. You express yourself, you might have a lot of fun. You know, dance, sing, play. You're a great singer, yeah. Probably a great dancer too. Yeah, probably have a lot of fun doing those things, yeah. Sounds like fun, then. You probably do that right now all by yourself. Even you have a good time. You probably.
I like having an audience.
Ah, beautiful. Well, we probably like you singing too. Ah, very nice. I tap dancing. Do a striptease. Show us what's going on. And you can sing something sexy for us while you do it. Santa baby.